Would it be right to say that movies also bring in more money? Absolutely, now it is. Absolutely, now with Chainsaw Man and Demon Slayer just breaking box office records. Look, as someone who has made an anime, I can actually talk about this. It's fucking hard to make money out of anime. It is fucking difficult to make money out of anime. And you hear a lot of stories about most anime productions losing money. In my own personal experience, I can 100% agree with that fact. But the difference between a movie and a TV series is that when you have an anime production, you normally are trying to sell something. And a lot of the times, that thing you're trying to sell is the source material. You have something like, you know, a manga or light novel, and it's a way to basically kind of feed people into the source material. Not only that, you have people on the production committee. For example, you have probably a music label. They want to sell their openings. They want to sell their song or their artist, and they sign them for an anime production so that they can be on the opening or ending as well. And I think working on Barn has made me realize why it's so rare to see anime original productions. It's just because with anime original productions, it's very hard to have a product to sell because there is no source material, right? There is no source material to drive people to buy this one thing if they're invested in the IP. I see a lot of patterns with a lot of anime original productions now where sometimes you have an anime like Girls Band Cry, or it's like a band anime or an idol anime, and in that case, there's no source material, but there is a product to sell. You can buy concert tickets of this band. It will lead people into the band. And then there's also the mecha genre who can do anime original productions, and that's because they have gunpla. They have products. They have physical things that you can sell of their IP without having to worry about this anime original story itself making money. And I think that's why so many production are moving towards movie sales now, because with a movie, you then turn the anime itself into the product, because you don't have to worry about piracy, not so much, because like nobody wants to watch cam rips. You get to just sell tickets and people are paying to watch one screening of your anime. You don't have to dilute it down by selling it on streaming platforms or whatever. It is a pay-per-view product. And that's why I think so much of the industry now is moving towards movie sales and moving towards ticket sales, because you can actually make money from making anime. Didn't Blu-ray sales used to be big? Yeah, that's the whole point. Anime used to have a product. It was called Blu-ray sales. And we all know what's happened to Blu-ray sales and physical media, right? There used to be a business model for a lot more anime, and now the industry kind of just has to evolve. They still exist, bro. Let's be real. They exist, but it is a niche, man. It is a collector's item, and that is what Blu-rays have turned into. Basically, since Blu-rays have died, anime has had to try and find other ways to make money, because it is a business at the end of the day, and not everything can be a barn and just bleed money for absolutely no reason other than the creator just wanted to make something. You know, 99% of the times, companies are like, how are we making money out of this? What is the business plan here? Put a mobile game in the bag, little bro? Bro, one word. Uma Musume. Huh? Let me tell you what happens when you invest correctly into a good anime IP. Put it on a streaming service, make a gacha game, and then sell merch. Yeah, the thing about that, especially like the selling merch part, right? The selling merch part especially, is that in order to sell merch, a lot of the times your fan base really, really need to be invested in the IP to be invested enough to sell merch. And unlike a long-running manga or light novel that has a lot of story and a lot of time for fan investment, if you are making an original anime, specifically original anime, and you have 12 episodes to invest an audience enough to sell merch, you have to sell a ton of merch and make a big impact in 12 episodes. And it is just pretty hard to stand out with just 12 episodes, considering how much competition there is. If you have a gacha game though, bro, easy money. Licorice Recoil was way too huge. Yeah, like I said, there are always exceptions. I'm specifically talking about how exceedingly hard it is to make money, especially from anime original projects, and just anime in general. It is a high risk to pursue for any company, which is why I think it's such a rarity nowadays that you see a lot of original anime. It's all about the beautiful girls, isn't it? Ava is still cooking, bro. Yo, Ava will continue making money until the heat death of the universe, man. Ava is just like, let's just put our product on everything. Let's just license our IP to everyone, everything, and let's just make it inescapable. I'm waiting for them to make another remake of Ava for the money. I'm surprised they haven't already. Maybe they're cooking, man.